Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited about today's episode. I'm really excited about today's video. I know it's been a little while, but I thought that I would make a video on 3 new breakfast ideas for you guys to try. These recipe ideas are usually like what I actually eat, but on the days that I have a little bit more time. If you don't know, I'm an Orange Theory instructor, so I sometimes don't have to go in until later in the day, like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and teach classes at night or something like that. So I have some time in the morning, and I usually like to make my coffee, make a nice breakfast for myself. So these are usually the things that I eat. A long time ago, I kind of did away with the whole diet thing. I know a lot of people to this day still believe that like veganism is all about being healthy and only eating, you know, a bunch of greens and stuff like that. But I don't do that stuff. I just try to have a balanced diet and work out like, you know, 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes 5, depending on how I'm feeling. I finally just got back into a routine after quarantine. It was really hard. I will be honest, I've obviously gained some weight and lost like all muscle definition ever. So I don't count calories. You know, not many people know this, but I did have a eating disorder growing up, and sometimes I still struggle with it. It's an anxiety induced most of the time. So honestly, when I get really high anxiety, I tend not to eat. Will get better. I'm trying my best to fix that, but you know, on the days that I can, I try to eat the things that I want and that make me happy. And you know, what I'm going to show you isn't necessarily unhealthy. I don't really think that there's like bad food and good food. I think that everyone should have a balanced diet, eat what they want, eat what makes them happy, and not be so hard on themselves. You know, give yourself grace. Just, life is too short. Honestly, life is way too short to literally count every single thing that you eat. And that's the one thing that also triggers me is calories. I can't, like menus who have, you know, their calories on the menu, it kind of gives me anxiety, like, oh my God, this and that, you know. Struggling with an eating disorder, you kind of still have your habits from before, but I have gotten a lot better. I'm way more lenient with that. What I try to focus on is, you know, protein, fiber, like I like to get carbs in, especially being an instructor now. I have to demo a bunch of exercises. I'm on my feet for like 4 to 5 hours at a time, walking back and forth in our studio. So I honestly need that energy, and you know, carbs is the body's like #1 source of fuel, and we need to give that to our bodies. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, these are the recipes that I do on the days that I have more time. I want to make a separate video on like, for example, tomorrow I have to be in the studio at 4:30 in the morning. My first class is at 5 a.m. So I don't have obviously lots of time because I want to sleep in as much as possible. I usually wake up at 3:45 to leave my house at 4. I'm gonna make a separate video on vegan breakfast meals that I eat when I'm in a rush. This one is for, you know, the weekends when you don't have to be at work, a day off, things like that. I documented 3 days, so 3 different breakfast ideas. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm off to run some errands. My boyfriend got a cut in his eye, so I have to go get him some saline and eye drops and all that fun stuff. So it's never a dull day in my life. I just thought that I would make this intro and introduce what this video is all about today. Comment down below which one is your favorite, which one you want to try, which one looks the best. Like I said, if this is not your idea of healthy, that is okay. It's not for everyone. This is for you who actually want to try new things, eat new things. All of these recipes are absolutely delicious. I eat them all the time. Well, I eat them, you know, when I get the chance, when I have the time. Like I said, you should not be so hard on yourself. Try not to count calories. Try to honestly live a more balanced life. I want to make more food and exercise content here. I did finish getting my personal training certification. I'm doing my nutrition coach right now. And then I'm also doing women fitness specialist with like prenatal and postnatal specialties as well. So I'm really excited about that. So my future content will be like food, nutrition, you know, some fitness stuff, but also like I still want to do my restaurant tours and all of that stuff. I've just been in a funk. I'm sure everyone relates. In this video, I also tell you what I take for vitamins and supplements and all of those things and what I'm trying to incorporate more of. So I'm going to stop talking and get into the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so first up is this breakfast quesadilla. I will list all of the ingredients down below in the description, but it is so delicious. Definitely one of the best things that I've made so far. First thing I start off by doing is cutting up my mushroom nice and small. I just cut it up into, like, as you see, these little slivers. I don't really like the taste of like big mushrooms. Sometimes I'm like picky about texture, but anyways. So I cut them up nice and small, and then I cut up the sausage right next to it. Again, I'm going to list the type that I used down below in the description. In a small pan, I put some oil, and then I toast the mushrooms nice and brown. I make sure that all of the water has evaporated, and then I add the sausage, and when it looks just like this, I'm going to add the just egg, and I put enough just so that it coats the bottom and just gets all of that on top. Just want to make sure that there's no spaces. And then the most important part, in my opinion, is the seasoning. Even though it's not actually egg, it's super important to season all of your food. I seasoned it with paprika, onion, salt, and I'm pretty sure I added black pepper as well. And then I add my cheese. This one is from VioLife. It's the Colby Jack. It is so good. And then I cover it again just to melt it. Sometimes, obviously, since it's not actual cheese, it takes a little bit to melt. So I kind of flip it over on the cheese part just for a second. And then I add the tortilla and toast it, making sure that it's nice and toasty and crunchy, because that's how I like my food. And then I top it with avocado, sriracha, and just press it, making sure that everything's cooked inside. And then I just plate it, cut it in half, and serve it. You can also put some salsa on top or anything like that, but this for me will do just fine. After I eat my breakfast, I make sure to take my vitamins. I do take them daily. For some reason, my dog thought they were for her for some reason and kept trying to eat them. And I also have a big glass of chlorophyll water, not chloroform, chlorophyll. I can actually make a slide with the benefits. I'll put it on my website. The next day, I had an alternative for a bacon, egg, and cheese because they are so delicious on a croissant. I get the vegan croissants at Whole Foods. And you guys, I'm wearing the same sweatpants, but I promise I took a shower and I changed my shirt, even though it's still an olive shirt. So I just cut it in half and I add my mayo. This one is just from Just Egg as well. I also love the Follow Your Heart. I add sriracha. As you can tell, I love spicy food. I love sriracha. Add my avocado, and I make sure that even when I lay it out, I season everything. This one is the chili lime seasoning and black pepper. And once that's ready, I just add the Just Egg right on top. As you can see, the cheese melts so beautifully. I add that bacon on top. I put it right back in the pan, and then I make sure to press it with my hand just to make sure that it's nice and crispy on top. I just love my food that way for some reason. But yeah, not the best picture, but you guys get the point. It was so delicious. For my final recipe, I don't really know what to call this, but it's just an everything bagel with hummus, tahini, and some vegetables. And again, I like it spicy. So I cut it in half, and before I even put anything on it, I made sure to toast it. And then I cut my cucumbers. Whenever I cut my tomatoes, I make sure to use a serrated knife just because it makes it way more smoother than using a smooth blade. And actually during quarantine, I took like a basic knives course online, and that's how I learned to cut jalapenos, how to like take out the seeds smoothly and everything like that. But basically you just slit it on the side, cut off one part, and then slide your blade through just to get all the seeds out, because the seeds make it even spicier. And once everything is cut, it's just time to put the hummus on the bagel. I don't like it like globbed on. I just put a really thin spread, add all my veggies. I should have put the jalapenos on top of the hummus so it wouldn't come off, because I had a pretty hard time. It was like slipping off the cucumber. But anyways, I topped everything off. And then with the tahini, if you've never had it before, it is very thick. So make sure you take a spoon and like dig everything on the bottom first. I sprinkled that and topped it with sriracha, and I ended up seasoning it again with paprika and that onion salt from before. And then on the side, I just had some breakfast sausage. It was so yummy. And this is just me eating it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I also have a free guide for you guys who want to begin your plant-based journey, your vegan journey. It's on my website. I'm going to link it down below. But for now, that's all I have for you guys. Have a great one. Until next time. Bye.